Hello, hello, hello. This is, one of my first videos about some homemade crafts and do it yourself. For any of y'all that don't know, my name is Andrea Frank, and I went from 0 children to 5 children overnight. And so this is some of my fun crafts that I do because we are on a budget, as you can imagine. All right, and so over here, I have some old decorations that I had for the kids for Halloween. We did a cute board, and we had to do something for school with some spiders, and so you can probably imagine those were some of the spider parts that they're just regular styrofoam balls, and we dyed them black and did some other things for. And I don't know, I probably will put a picture of it, but we didn't make any video on it. All right, so as you can imagine, money is tight. And so we wanted to do something festive for the holidays. We were actually doing a sleepover at the house for Christmas Eve. And so I just wanted to do some low budget stuff. So what I did was I went and bought like a pack of just random Christmas decorations, miniatures. And I'm talking like the pack, I think, was $15. It comes with miniature of white dipped cranberries. It also comes with some miniature pins of cranberry. It also comes with some miniature, just little Christmas tree branches. And it also comes with some miniature mini pine cones that are frosted. And then I had some leftover old, garland that I wasn't doing anything with from last year. And then a couple of these candles. And so I said, well, what can I do to make something festive for the holidays without going and spending $16 a pop to make these? And so I'm going to show you a before. This is an empty, it could be any round glass jar. I've seen people do these with mason jars, just any kind of whatever you have laying around, right? You could also do, if you have vases like this, you could probably do the same thing with a vase like this by sticking the candle down the middle and fishing the things that I'm about to do now in the bottom. I don't know what's in the bottom of these, we got kids. And filling this up and having few of these. So whatever kind of jar you might have at your house, grab it, go online. I'll probably link the description in the comments, and you can go order your own random bag of fun. I'm going to call it a random bag of fun. And I believe you can do this for any holiday, whether it's Thanksgiving, Christmas, Valentine's Day, whatever. If you got kids and you want to make the house festive, I'm a newlywed, so I've always had my house festive. And so this is what we're doing for Christmas. So stay tuned. I'll be right back with the other 2 ingredients that I need to have in front of us for this camera. And also I've got this dog that just will not leave me alone. We have a Christmas puppy. I'll probably have her on camera when I come back. So give me 1 second. All right, this is Carly. Say hi, Carly. Carly is our newest member. Say hi, hi. Very bitey, likes to do a lot of biting. Anyway, we're going to put Carly down. She's going to be at my feet. All right, so for the assembly of this do-it-yourself Christmas decoration, take a toilet paper roll. You're going to have a million of these around the holidays. In a house of 7, 8 people, yes, you run through a lot of toilet tissue. So I just started collecting them. So you get a toilet tissue roll, empty roll, and you've got your garland. Like I said, you've got your cranberry, you've got your other cranberries, you've got your branch from the Christmas tree, and then you also have a bag of pine cones. This is just a random. I got it off of Amazon. It's just a bag of random, like I said, Christmas decorations, but mini pine cones. Some of them are frosted. Most of them are frosted, but some are not. Anyway, so you know what we're about to do. We're going to take our vase, whichever one we want to use. If you're going to use one of these vases, you might not need this step. But on the wider ones, or if you have a large square one and you want to use something like that, you're going to need the toilet paper roll. So what do? Glad you asked. So I take a toilet paper roll and I take my leftover garland. And you can use the old garland. Sometimes you take it down off the tree and there's bits and pieces of it. And what you can do is you can use some tape to kind of secure the first part, or you can use a stapler, or a hot glue gun. And so I have all of them, but in front of me right now, I have my stapler, good old fashioned stapler. And all you're going to do is you're going to start it midway on the roll, or about towards the bottom of the roll. And you're going to just throw a quick staple in this thing. I say it easily, right? And then all you're going to do is wrap this around a few times, making sure that the top of that is covered, because we don't know if this is going to be the top or the bottom of this thing. And then you're just going to take it to the end. You're going to cut it. Getting glitter everywhere, tinsel everywhere. And then you're going to staple it onto the end of the roll, or tape it, or hot glue, whatever floats your boat. Okay. So now you've got a nice little hollow tube. Then you're going to place the hollow tube on the inside of the jar. So you take the whatever tinsel you wrapped around it, and you're going to place it inside of the jar. And now the rest of this is very self-explanatory. Okay, you're going to take one of the picks of the cranberry, and on all four corners you're going to put something, because who wants to have decorations where it's only festive on one side. So you see, I put the pick on the inside of the toilet paper roll. Just stick it in there like that. That way, it's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to fall to the bottom. It's not going to fall to the wayside. On the other side, I'm going to put 3 of my white frosted cranberries. Same thing. I'm going to fold it and then stick it onto the toilet paper roll. I'm going to take another one, fold it, stick it to the inside of the toilet paper roll. I had them just in there for a while, but then of course, my first couple ones, they floated straight to the bottom. So that was not exciting. All right, so I'm going to put 3 over here to make it festive on this side of the decoration. All right. So we've got those 3 hanging out over there. We've got the red ones hanging out over there. And then next, I'm going to take 2 of my frosted pine cones. And they could be either size. It doesn't matter, large or small. They could be frosted, not frosted. You can put the 2 not frosted together. It doesn't matter. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to now go to the other side. So we've got the white over here. We've got the red over here. Somewhere on this side, I'm going to put one of my pine cones like such. And then I'm going to go to the other side and I'm going to put another one of my pine cones like such, right? And it's going to give it stability so that the toilet paper roll doesn't fly around. Okay. So what do we have now? We have our pine cone number 1. We've got our cranberry number 2. We've got our pine cone number 3. And then we've got our white, you probably can't see, white frosted cranberries number 4. So all 4 sides are covered. But wait, there's more. I'm glad you said so. So if you were to just stick the candle in here, it's going to fly everywhere. It's as soon as you put it in, it's just going to start moving all around. Okay. And so you can take some old newspaper, or you can take some wrapping paper or something old. I just happen to have some old craft paper, and roll it around, kind of make it into a little wedge. If you just sit it in there, of course, it's not going to do the right thing. Make it into a wedge, and then you're just going to place it inside of your toilet paper roll just enough so that it kind of makes a, put it around it so that it makes it solid, so that it's not going to move around inside of your decoration, like so. All right, so now it's got a pretty good base in there. And then last but not least, you're going to take your 2 branches, and you're going to place them at the top of your decoration, right? Having one on one side, one on the other side. And what I also do is I kind of bend it so that it kind of grabs alongside of the candle. So like one side is kind of bending to the left and the other side is kind of bending to the right. And it kind of sandwiches it in there just to give it some festive look, okay? And so when you're all said and done, you can have them sticking out, have them not, doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, I got to make that a little bit more stable. You get the idea. You get the idea. And so now, instead of having empty jars, empty vases, I now have a festive looking decoration centerpiece that you can burn the candles, switch them out, just pull them out the center, put another one in. And so now I went from not having anything to decorate my tables. And now I've got 3 of these, and I can make about 2 or 3 more. Okay. Same process goes if you are using another, like a taller type of a jar. You would start with the candle. And of course, you probably already know this, but the candle is going to be kind of almost the same height as the vase. So you can use your newspaper or your paper towel, or whatever you're going to do to kind of make it sit a little higher in the candle. So if you do burn it, you're not starting it way down here and it's sitting down here. But I would say maybe start it about halfway, and you could put your decorations down at the bottom. You can put your newspaper, maybe even wrap around it, the tinsel, kind of have a solid base, and then you can kind of go from there and put everything else around. The options are yours. It is endless, but I wanted to come on and show how you can stretch your holiday budget for a family like mine, where I went from 0 kids to 5 overnight. God bless you. Look forward to seeing you on the next video. Bye-bye.